On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
Hop on one foot. Hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Rap.
A type of music characterized by a strong, repetitive beat and lyrics that often focus on social and political issues, a reproach for some lapse or misdeed.
Examples:
Rap music. Get a rap. The new rap album is getting a lot of attention.
Sweat.
The salty liquid that is produced by the glands in the skin, especially when the body is hot or under stress.
Examples:
All in a sweat. Sweat bath. She wiped the sweat off her forehead with a towel.
Unintentional.
Not done or made on purpose, accidental.
Examples:
Avoid unintentional harm. Unintentional insult. The mistake was unintentional and made in good faith.
Unstage.
Onto or on a stage in a theater, in front of an audience.
Examples:
Appeared on stage. Walk on stage. He performed his magic trick on stage, leaving the audience in awe.
Intentional.
Done, made, or performed with purpose and intent.
Examples:
Intentional destruction of evidence. An intentional walk. The law distinguishes between accidental and intentional killing.
Hybrid.
Composed of different elements or mixed characters.
Examples:
New hybrid system. An interspecific hybrid. The mule is a hybrid between a male donkey and a female horse.
Intramural.
Occurring within or involving the boundaries of a single institution or organization, particularly a school or university, often used for sports or other competitive activities.
Examples:
Intramural sports. Intramural tournament. Intramural debates are held yearly as part of the school's academic festival.
Concert.
A musical performance given in public by one or more players or singers.
Examples:
Have a concert again. A benefit concert. This artist always packs the concert halls.
Solo.
Without anybody else or anything else, alone.
Examples:
A solo vocal recital. A solo flight. I would love to solo camping someday.
Gravity.
The force that attracts a body towards the center of the earth or towards any other physical body having mass, a manner that is solemn.
Examples:
The attraction of gravity. Preserve my gravity. The astronaut felt weightless in space due to the absence of gravity.
Melancholy.
A feeling of sadness, disappointment, or boredom, often accompanied by a lack of energy or motivation.
Examples:
Feel melancholy. Nostalgic melancholy. His melancholy mood was apparent to everyone who knew him.
Rough.
Not quite exact or correct, having or caused by an irregular surface.
Examples:
Rough and tough. Rough estimation. The vehicle bounced along the rough mountain road.
Phrase.
A group of words that mean something specific when used together.
Examples:
Ready-made phrases. Noun phrase. We bought a Spanish phrase book.
Fan.
A person who admires and supports a person, group, sport, sports team, etc. A device for creating a current of air by the movement of a surface or surfaces.
Examples:
A film fan. Engine cooling fan. I'm a big fan of French food.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Breakup.
The end of a relationship between persons or nations. The separation of something into several pieces or sections.
Examples:
A breakup hug. Air breakup. He got over the big breakup with his wife.
Niche.
A specialized role or position that a species occupies within an ecosystem, a job or position particularly well suited to the person who occupies it.
Examples:
Niche market. Every niche of society. The species occupies a unique niche in the ecosystem as a top predator.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially sane. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Romantic.
Of or relating to love or a sexual relationship.
Examples:
Romantic movies. Romantic breakup. It was his first romantic love.
Devastation.
The act of causing great destruction or damage, often on a large scale.
Examples:
Financial devastation. Devastation to life. The economic recession caused devastation in the housing market, with many people losing their homes.
Heartbreak.
A feeling of great sadness or disappointment.
Examples:
Ease her heartbreak. Go through heartbreak. They had experienced the heartbreak of losing 2 children due to premature births.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples:
Embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.
Rebound.
To spring back into a former shape or position after being compressed or stretched.
Examples:
Rebound from a setback. Rebound back into positive growth. The basketball bounced off the rim and rebounded to the player.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples:
Recover a loss. Recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.
Regularly.
At regular intervals or times.
Examples:
Regularly arranged. Post regularly to a blog. This site regularly shares high-quality academic materials.
Fishery.
An area of water where fish are caught in large quantities for living, a business or practice of catching and selling fish.
Examples:
Fishery management. Commercial fishery. The majority of the people on the island are fishery folk.
Coordinate.
To bring the different parts of the activity and the people into an organized, ordered, or efficient relationship, adjective, of equal importance, rank, or degree.
Examples:
Coordinate a special project. A coordinate clause. We want to coordinate a schedule for the investigation.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
MRI.
Abbreviation for magnetic resonance imaging, a medical imaging technique that uses a strong magnetic field and radio waves to produce detailed images of the inside of the body.
Examples:
MRI brain image. Cardiac MRI. The MRI machine uses powerful magnets to produce detailed images of the inside of the body.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Midnight.
The middle point of the night, usually defined as 12 a.m. or the start of a new day.
Examples:
midnight snack, midnight shift. I stayed up until midnight watching my favorite movie.
Backstage.
Relating to or situated in the area behind the stage of a theater, concert, or other performance venues. Relating to the private or hidden aspects of something, such as politics, business, or personal life.
Examples:
backstage access, backstage crew. The backstage preparations for the concert took hours to complete.
Whiskey.
A type of distilled alcoholic beverage made from fermented grains, typically barley, corn, rye, or wheat, aged in barrels and often consumed straight or with mixers.
Examples:
bootleg whiskey, whiskey barrel. I enjoy a glass of whiskey on the rocks after a long day.
Magnetic.
Having the properties of attracting or repelling certain materials containing iron or steel.
Examples:
magnetic field, a magnetic tape. The magnetic force of the Earth keeps our planet spinning.
Resonance.
A deep, full, or reverberating sound or tone, a quality or feeling of a particular emotional or mental vibration or significance, a mutual or sympathetic connection or correspondence between two things.
Examples:
resonance frequency, harmonic resonance. The singer's voice filled the auditorium with beautiful resonance.
Protocol.
A set of rules or procedures for transmitting data or conducting a process or activity, especially in computer networks or scientific experiments, the initial or original version of an agreement.
Examples:
draft a protocol, protocol breach. The company has a strict protocol for handling sensitive information to ensure security.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
decide a question, decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Recreate.
To make something that existed previously happen or appear to exist again.
Examples:
recreate a single country. Recreate the feeling of the 1920s. She recreated the atmosphere of the pre-war age with her stage setting.
Deck.
A flat surface that is usually made of wood or other material and is attached to a building, vehicle, or other structure.
Examples:
deck chairs, hands on deck. She sat on the ship's deck, watching the sunset over the ocean.
Scrub.
To clean something thoroughly, typically with a brush and soap or detergent.
Examples:
Scrub off graffiti. Scrub dirt from potatoes. She decided to scrub the kitchen floor to remove all the dirt and grime.
Gurney.
A wheeled stretcher used for transporting patients, particularly in hospitals and emergency settings.
Examples:
Transport gurney. Gurney pushing. The paramedics lifted the injured man onto the gurney and rushed him to the hospital.
Unfamiliar.
Not known or recognized, not experienced or encountered before.
Examples:
The unfamiliar surroundings. Around unfamiliar people. She was unfamiliar with the city and got lost while trying to find her way back to the hotel.
Tube.
A cylindrical container of metal, plastic, glass, etc., usually sealed and used as a means of preserving food or chemicals, a hollow cylindrical shape.
Examples:
A capillary tube. A glass tube. The tube train was packed with commuters during rush hour.
Magnet.
An object or substance that can attract certain materials, such as iron or steel.
Examples:
Magnet attraction. Permanent magnet. The MRI machine uses magnets to produce images of the body's internal organs.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Deoxygenate.
To remove or reduce the amount of oxygen in something, often used in the context of biological or chemical processes.
Examples:
Deoxygenate the cells. Deoxygenate water. A blocked airway can quickly deoxygenate the brain and other organs, leading to serious consequences.
Metabolism.
The set of chemical reactions in cells or organisms that are necessary for life sustaining.
Examples:
Metabolism enzyme. Hemoglobin metabolism. Better sleep leads to increased metabolism.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Associate.
To mentally connect someone or something with someone or something else. Associate alcohol with gambling. Associate with people widely. The majority of consumers associate this brand with quality.
Tap.
To hit someone or something quickly, gently, and often repeatedly, to use existing resources, such as energy, knowledge, etc.
Examples:
Tap a new market. Tap keyboard with an index finger. To expand the company, we must tap new human resources.
Resemble.
To look like or be similar to someone or something.
Examples:
Resemble each other. Resemble her mother. The brothers resemble each other in the hobby.
Resolve.
To find a suitable answer to the problems or difficulty.
Examples:
Resolve a dispute. Resolve the computer error. This company resolves its battery problem completely.
Cleave.
To split or divide something into two parts, often with force. To adhere or cling to something closely and cohesively.
Examples:
Cleave meat. Cleave the party. He swung the axe with all his might to cleave the wood in half.
Inflate.
To fill something with air or gas so that it becomes bigger and rounder.
Examples:
Inflate a tire. Inflate expense reports. She inflated the balloons for the party.
Cortex.
The outermost layer of an organ, especially the brain.
Examples:
Cortex cells. Visual cortex neuron. The cerebral cortex consists of 6 layers.
Wrinkle.
A small line or fold in something, especially fabric or the skin of the face, a minor difficulty.
Examples:
A fine wrinkle on a fabric. A facial wrinkle. This suit is made of wrinkle-proof material.
Comparison.
The consideration or examination of the similarities between two or more people or things.
Examples:
Ease of comparison. Comparison of foods on a caloric basis. I've included the 2 designs for a comparison.
Subtract.
To take away or deduct a quantity or amount from a total. To remove or eliminate something from a larger whole.
Examples:
Subtract numbers. Subtract 1 from the total. I need to subtract the cost of my expenses from my income to see how much money I have left.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Dot.
A very small circular mark, especially one that is printed.
Examples:
Connecting the dots. Dot blot method. The wallpaper had a pattern of pink dots on a white surface.
Vent.
A small opening to escape or release gas, air, liquid, etc., activity or process that frees or expresses strong creative energy or emotion.
Examples:
Volcanic vent. Vent tube. He gave vent to his anger by playing the guitar.
Integument.
A tough outer covering, especially that of an animal or plant, such as a skin or shell.
Examples:
Integument layer. Insect integument. The outer integument protects the seed.
Loop.
A shape like a curve or a circle made by something long and thin, such as a piece of string, that bends round and crosses itself.
Examples:
Exit from a loop. Positive feedback loop. Many people in this city use the loop railway for transportation.
Anterior.
Located in or directed toward the front.
Examples:
Anterior view. Anterior teeth. The anterior part of the skull is the forehead.
Cingulate.
A part of the brain situated in the medial aspect of the cerebral cortex that is an integral part of the limbic system, which is involved with emotion formation and processing, learning, and memory.
Examples:
A posterior cingulate. Ventral cingulate cortex. Researchers found marked differences in the anterior cingulate of the brain between species.
Horn.
A hard, pointed, often curved part that grows on the top of the heads of some animals, such as sheep and cows, a noisemaker or musical instrument that makes a loud noise when you blow through it.
Examples:
A handle of horn. Horn of a vehicle. He enjoyed hearing the tootles of their horns with beer.
Caudate.
Shaped like a tail, relating to or situated in the tail or posterior part.
Examples:
Caudate branches. Caudate lobe. The caudate nucleus is responsible for motor and emotional functions in the brain.
Analyze.
To think about in depth and evaluate to discover essential features or meaning.
Examples:
Analyze a chemical compound. Analyze your real motives. The teacher attempted to analyze the root cause of our mistake.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Vindication.
Justification or clearing from suspicion or accusation, proof of one's innocence or correctness, an act of defense or justification of one's actions, beliefs, or principles.
Examples:
Vindication of rights. Personal vindication. The acquittal of the defendant was seen as a vindication of their innocence.
Assassin.
A person who murders a prominent or well-known person for political reasons or in exchange for money.
Examples:
Fall victim to an assassin. Would-be assassin. She hired an assassin to kill her opponent.
Annihilate.
To destroy completely, to cause something to cease to exist.
Examples:
Annihilate the enemy. Annihilate all doubts. The virus had the potential to annihilate entire populations if left unchecked.
Embark.
To go on board a ship or plane, to set out on an enterprise or subject of study, to start something.
Examples:
Embark on a trip. Embark on a foolish adventure. We embarked on a new project.
Neuron.
A cell that is specialized to carry information within the brain and between the brain and other parts of the body.
Examples:
Excite the neurons. Neuron cell body. Our body transfers information along each neuron using an electrical impulse.
Lobotomy.
A surgical procedure in which a section of the brain is removed or disconnected from the rest of the brain, often used as a treatment for mental illness in the past.
Examples:
Lobotomy procedure. Prefrontal lobotomy. Lobotomy surgery was once a common treatment for mental illness, but it is now considered unethical.
Flexible.
Able to change or be changed to suit new conditions or situations, able to bend easily.
Examples:
Flexible schedules. A flexible wire. You can be more flexible and creative in your approach.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
Appropriate behavior. An appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Treadmill.
A piece of exercise equipment consisting of a moving belt on which the user walks, jogs, or runs in place, a monotonous, repetitive task or activity that feels like it is going nowhere, much like a person walking on a treadmill.
Examples:
Treadmill workout. Non-stop treadmill. I like to watch TV while running on the treadmill to pass the time.
Anticipate.
To expect or predict that something will happen, to tell in advance.
Examples:
Anticipate your kind cooperation. Anticipate a black future. We anticipate heavy snowfall tomorrow.
Pound.
The standard unit of money in the UK, the standard unit of weight equal to 16 ounces.
Examples:
3/4 of a pound. Thousands of pounds. The car's front bumper cost £1,500.
Asleep.
In a state of sleep.
Examples:
Asleep at the wheel. Dead asleep. He lay down and fell asleep immediately.
Similarly.
In almost the same way.
Examples:
Similarly situated. Have similarly great abilities. We argue that wages for temporary workers should similarly rise.
Viable.
Capable of being done as intended, able to succeed.
Examples:
Achieve a viable relationship. Develop a viable therapy. Male gorillas with good drumming skills are more viable.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Chill.
A feeling of coldness that makes one shiver. Verb, to make cool or cooler.
Examples:
The chill of autumn. Feel a slight chill. His swear words cast a chill on the party.
Electrode.
Either of 2 points or ends of a conductor at which electricity enters or leaves an object, substance, or region.
Examples:
Platinum electrodes. Electrode corrosion. It is important to place the electrodes in the correct position for accurate electrocardiogram recording.
Dime.
An American or Canadian coin worth 1/10 of a dollar.
Examples:
Dime store. Behind a dime. He never received a dime, even from the company of a close friend.
Sensitive.
Able to notice slight changes, signals, or influences. Able to feel or perceive others' feelings. Susceptible to the things people say or do.
Examples:
Sensitive documents. Baby with sensitive skin. The teacher is very sensitive to children's feelings.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples:
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Brainwave.
A sudden idea or inspiration, a moment of great insight or creativity.
Examples:
Brainwave idea. Sudden brainwave. The engineer had a brainwave and redesigned the product to be more efficient.
Scalp.
The skin that covers the top of a person's head, together with the hair growing on it, also, the part of the body that is most vulnerable to an attack.
Examples:
Scalp massage. Scalp condition. I have an itchy scalp and need to switch to a different shampoo.
Rig.
To prepare or set up something in a certain way, typically in a carefully planned or fraudulent manner, to equip with sails or masts.
Examples:
Rig an election. Rig a ship with new sails. He rigged the game so he could win the prize.
Hyperactive.
Excessively or abnormally active, restless, or easily excitable, particularly about children or animals with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD.
Examples:
Hyperactive child. Hyperactive imagination. The hyperactive dog was running around the house, knocking things over.
Display.
To exhibit or show something to others, often to attract attention or demonstrate its features, properties, or value.
Examples:
Display merchandise. Display artwork. We need to display our products in an attractive way to attract customers.
Hypoactive.
Abnormally or excessively inactive, having less than normal activity or function.
Examples:
Hypoactive delirium. Hypoactive sexual desire disorder. The patient's hypoactive thyroid caused her fatigue and weight gain.
Threshold.
The floor or ground that forms the bottom of a doorway and offers support when passing through a doorway, the smallest detectable sensation.
Examples:
The threshold between rooms. High pain threshold. She's on the threshold of adulthood.
Zone.
A specific area, region, or section that is marked off or defined in some way.
Examples:
Time zone. Zone defense. He was reluctant to leave his comfort zone and try something new.
Isolate.
To physically or socially separate someone or something from other people or things.
Examples:
Isolate a compound. Isolate a patient. You should not isolate them from the community.
Regulation.
An official rule made and maintained by a government or some other authority, the act of controlling or directing something according to a rule.
Examples:
A company regulation. Regulation by the government. The regulation approved by Congress was perfunctorily implemented.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Hooked.
Being caught or caught up in something, curved down like an eagle's beak.
Examples:
Hooked hair. Hooked on drugs. My son was hooked on the internet.
Harp.
A musical instrument consisting of a triangular frame with strings stretched across it, played by plucking the strings with the fingers.
Examples:
Harp strings. Japanese harp. She began to play a beautiful melody on her harp.
Vibraphone.
A percussion instrument that consists of metal bars arranged like a keyboard and that produces a shimmering, vibrato-like sound when struck, and the bars are allowed to resonate.
Examples:
Play the vibraphone. Jazz vibraphone. The vibraphone's aluminum bars produce a distinct ringing sound.
Rotate.
To turn around a central point or axis, to move in a circular path around something.
Examples:
Rotate crops. Rotate about the origin. The Earth rotates on its axis once every 24 hours.
Roughly.
Approximately, but not precisely, with a violent manner.
Examples:
Roughly explain my idea. Roughly speaking. 5 miles is roughly similar to 8 kilometers.
Counterintuitive.
Contrary to what common sense would suggest.
Examples:
Counterintuitive results. Counterintuitive behavior. The counterintuitive nature of quantum physics has been a source of confusion for scientists for decades.
Unconscious.
In the state of lacking awareness and the capacity for sensory perception, especially as the result of a head injury or illness.
Examples:
Unconscious bias. A person who is unconscious. I know his unconscious habit that he touches his face when he lies.
Engaging.
Attracting, pleasant, or charming.
Examples:
Engaging story. An engaging smile. She was disbarred for her engaging in fraud.
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples:
Conscious effort. Conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Calf.
A young cow, bull, or other domestic bovine animals.
Examples:
Baby calf. A calf elephant. The newborn calf stood on wobbly legs, trying to find its mother's milk.
Latissimus.
A large muscle in the back that is involved in shoulder movement and is often used as a site for muscle grafts.
Examples:
Latissimus workouts. Latissimus dorsi. The latissimus muscle is often targeted during exercise routines to build back strength.
Wobble.
To move or shake unsteadily from side to side or up and down.
Examples:
Wobble a few steps. Wobble chair. The table wobbled a little when I put my drink on it.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples:
Stress protein, protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Waveform.
A curve illustrating the shape of a wave at a specific time.
Examples:
Waveform analyses. Seismic waveform. This waveform was quite similar to a sine wave.
Saliva.
The clear liquid that is secreted into the mouth by glands in the walls of the mouth and throat, helping to lubricate food during chewing and digestion.
Examples:
Dog saliva. Dry mouth with little saliva. The dentist asked him to spit out the excess saliva into the sink.
Nonetheless.
In spite of what has just been said or done, nevertheless.
Examples:
We are nonetheless confident. Love him nonetheless. They each choose nonetheless to battle.
Stimulus.
Something that causes growth or arouses action.
Examples:
A response to a stimulus. Economic stimulus. This book provides children with ideas and a stimulus for outside recreation.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Session.
A formal meeting or series of meetings for the execution of a particular group's functions, a period spent doing a particular activity.
Examples:
The morning session. The court session. Parliament is now in session.
Rigor.
Strictness or severity in opinion, temper, or judgment.
Examples:
The rigor of the law. Academic rigor. When the dead body was found, rigor mortis had already begun.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Dominance.
The state or quality of being the most powerful or influential person or group.
Examples:
Dominance of traits. Dominance relationship. The company has maintained its dominance in the market for several years.
Eradicate.
To get rid of or destroy something completely, especially something bad.
Examples:
Eradicate the deficit. Eradicate racial discrimination. We are trying to eradicate this disease from the world.
Desire.
A strong feeling of wanting to have or do something.
Examples:
Unsatisfied desire. Fleshly desire. Low sexual desire typically correlates with low testosterone levels.
Introspect.
To look inward and examine one's thoughts, feelings, or motives, to engage in self-reflection.
Examples:
Introspect behavior. Introspect my thoughts. The therapist guided her patient to introspect and identify his deepest fears.
Inventory.
A complete list of all the items or goods held in stock by a business or organization, the act of making such a list.
Examples:
Inventory control. Annual inventory. The store manager took inventory of the products on the shelves to know what needed restocking.
Outset.
The beginning of something.
Examples:
Month's outset. The outset of the crisis. At the outset of the project, we encountered several obstacles.
Eternal.
Being without beginning or end, lasting forever.
Examples:
The hope of eternal life. Eternal quarreling. In every civilization, rulers have tried everything possible to obtain eternal life.
Sunshine.
The direct light and heat that comes from the sun.
Examples:
Warm sunshine. Morning sunshine. The sunshine was so bright that I had to wear sunglasses to protect my eyes.
Spotless.
Perfectly clean and free of any blemish, defect, or dirt, impeccably neat and tidy.
Examples:
Spotless room. Spotless reputation. The car dealership advertised spotless cars that looked brand new.
Jealousy.
A feeling of resentment or bitterness towards someone because they have something that you desire.
Examples:
Jealousy feeling towards another person. Burn with jealousy. His jealousy of his brother's success caused a rift in their relationship.
Attraction.
A sense of like someone, particularly sexually, something that causes individuals' desire to go to a certain area or do a certain activity.
Examples:
Big attraction of the event. Popular tourist attraction. She felt an instant attraction towards him.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Amass.
To accumulate or gather a large quantity of something over time, to collect or assemble for future use or reference.
Examples:
amass a patent portfolio, amass followers. She had amassed a fortune through wise investments and shrewd business decisions.
Benevolent.
Well-meaning and kind, serving a charitable or philanthropic purpose.
Examples:
benevolent gesture, a benevolent individual. The benevolent donor's contribution to the charity greatly impacted the lives of those it served.
Generous.
Willing to give and share something such as money, help, kindness, etc., especially more than is necessary or expected.
Examples:
a generous reward, a generous and thoughtful person. This teacher is generous in his grading.
Sequence.
A series of related events, actions, numbers, etc., which have a particular order.
Examples:
the sequence of the seasons, the DNA sequence. We do move forward with those tasks in sequence next week.
Anesthetize.
To administer a drug or other substance that causes a loss of sensation or consciousness, often to perform a medical procedure, to numb or dull a physical or emotional sensation.
Examples:
anesthetize a patient, anesthetize a wound. The dentist will anesthetize your mouth before removing your wisdom teeth.
Wisdom.
The quality of being wise, or the ability to use your knowledge and experience to make sensible decisions.
Examples:
a fountain of wisdom, wisdom literature. The community greatly respected and sought after the older adult's wisdom.
Philosophy.
The study of general and fundamental questions, such as those about existence, reason, knowledge, values, mind.
Examples:
philosophy of education, Western philosophy. Ethics is a branch of philosophy.
Privilege.
A special right or advantage that only one person or group of people has, usually because they are rich and powerful in a society.
Examples:
a breach of privilege, privilege of membership. In the Middle Ages, the right to hunt in the wild was the privilege of royalty and nobility.
Bronze.
A dark red-brown metal that is created by combining copper and tin.
Examples:
win bronze, bronze coin. The statue is made of bronze.
Necklace.
A piece of jewelry consisting of a string of stones, beads, or links worn around the neck.
Examples:
Necklace made of pure gold. Necklace chain. She wore a beautiful necklace made of precious stones.
Merchandise.
Goods or products that are available for sale, especially those that are part of a company's stock or inventory. Anything that is marketed or sold to customers as a commodity or product.
Examples:
merchandise display, online merchandise. The store sells various merchandise, including clothes, electronics, and home goods.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
enormous amount, enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Discotheque.
A nightclub or restaurant where recorded music is played and people dance.
Examples:
discotheque party, discotheque scene. He couldn't wait to hit the discotheque and dance the night away.
Descend.
To move downward and lower, to come from or to be connected by a relationship of blood.
Examples:
descend a steep hill, descend by elevator. She was descended from an old Italian noble family.
Ceiling.
A room's top interior surface.
Examples:
ceiling board, ceiling light. There was a crack in the ceiling that I found.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
opportune occasion, an opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Compulsive.
Relating to or involving an irresistible urge to do something repeatedly or excessively, often in a way that is harmful or detrimental to one's well-being or relationships.
Examples:
compulsive gambling, compulsive behavior. He had a compulsive need to check the stove was turned off every time he left the house.
Neat.
Clean or tidy, with everything in its place.
Examples:
a neat piece of work, neat idea. She has neat habits.
Symmetrical.
Having similarity in size, shape, and relative position of corresponding parts.
Examples:
symmetrical triangle, symmetrical pattern. This figure is symmetrical about the x-axis.
Systemic.
Affecting or related to the whole of something, especially the human body or a society.
Examples:
the systemic arteries. Systemic reforms of the organization. This vaccine causes mild systemic side effects.
Ram.
To strike or push forcefully, often to cause damage, to batter or break open a door or barrier using brute force.
Examples:
Ram the door open. Ram into the ice. The car rammed into the wall, causing significant damage.
Bury.
To place a dead body in the ground, grave, or tomb.
Examples:
Bury in the earth. Bury emotion. There is plenty of space to bury everyone.
Skull.
A bone framework that surrounds the brain and gives the head its shape.
Examples:
Skull fracture. Have a thick skull. Archaeologists found a Neanderthal skull at that historic site.
Flame.
A bright, visible light and heat source caused by combustion, a strong, intense feeling typically associated with passion, aggression, or anger.
Examples:
Flame of passion. Simmering flame. The flame of the candle flickered in the darkness of the room.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples:
Assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Neuroscience.
The scientific study of the function, structure, and disorder of the brain and the nervous system.
Examples:
The branch of neuroscience. A theoretical concept in neuroscience. Our university is famous for its professors, who are well versed in behavioral neuroscience.
Snuff.
Finely ground tobacco that is inhaled through the nose as a form of tobacco use, a type of scented tobacco that is often used for aromatic purposes in candles or incense. Verb, to extinguish or put out.
Examples:
Snuff out the candle. Flavored snuff. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a small silver snuff box.